Whoopsie. Here we go. So my name is Linda. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. My pronouns are she, her, and one word to describe 2021 for me was growing pains. Technically two words, but it was painful growth. All right, I'm gonna pass the ball to Anna Maria. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, I'm Anna Maria. You can call me Anna. I'm from Romania. My pronouns are she, her. And the words that describe my 2021 is like bold or deep, something like that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next, I'll have Jim go.
I'm Jim from the Seattle area. Go by he, him. I would say my one word is healing.
And where are you from? Seattle? Did you say that? I think I. Okay, I think Jim said he was from Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I think you froze, so I missed that. All right, Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm from Kitchener, Ontario. Uh, Pronouns she, her, and I think my one word would be transition.
Transition. Thank you, Aaron. Dan.
Uh, Happy New Year, everybody. My name's Dan. I'm from Hamilton, Ontario. Um, if I have to give a word to 2021, it would be not really a word. It would be woohoo. I worked really hard in 2020 to get where I am right now, and yeah, I've just been kind of riding the high and enjoying it.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you, Dan. Next, we have Kevin.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I go by he, him. I'm from Oshawa, Ontario. Um, my one word would have to be testing. This year was very testing for me, and it feels good to have survived the year and proceeded to try to make the best of it.
I hear you. Thank you, Kevin. Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm she, her from Arizona, United States. And my one word would be, I guess, transformative or eye opening. I've just kind of been, I don't know, enjoying and experiencing life through, I feel like, new eyes this year. So, in a good place.
Thank you, Jennifer. Courtney. Courtney and Buddy.
Hello, I'm from Toronto as well. This is my mom. We were watching together. We are having trouble thinking of a word, but maybe a good one is family. We had a lot of family time in this year because of the pandemic being more together. So that's good.
Awesome. Okay, so that would be, is that both of your words? Do you want to go separately?
It's been a great year for me and better than the year before. And I have nothing negative, even though COVID.
Thank you, Courtney and Courtney's mom. Next we have Tenzing. Tenzing, feel free to unmute yourself so you can share.
Hi, my name is Tenzin. I go by he, him. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, just like Linda and Courtney. I guess my word for 2021 will be insight, just thinking outside the box and making new moves. So yeah.
Awesome, and thank you so much for joining us. I think this is your very first Soul Circle. I hope you enjoyed it here. It's a very, very cozy and safe space. And last but not least, we have Redum.
Oh, hi there. So I'm Ritam. I'm from Brampton, Ontario, and uh, oh, my pronouns are he and him. And I think the word that describes 2021 for me would be learning. I feel like I'm learning or learned a lot during the last year.
Mm. Wow. Okay. So I'm hearing a lot of, like, I'm hearing testing, learning, transformative, eye-opening, a lot of in the same niche. Growing pains. Yeah, a lot is in the same niche. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Um, I hope you guys aren't frozen because I hope this internet connection is okay. But I want to thank you so much for coming to Soul Circle. This is the very first one of 2022. Each month, there is a Soul Circle on the very first Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And every month, there's a different theme. So, what better way, I can't think of a better way than to have our very first theme of Soul Circle to be setting intentions for 2022 and also reflecting on 2021. So you will be guided through a series of questions on reflection and what to journal about, and just things to ponder about. And my ask is that you just stay open to what you don't know, because you really don't know the best possibility out there. And my other housekeeping little note is that between sharing, when we are sharing something, if you resonate with somebody else, a few symbols that you can use is the twinkle fingers, which means, oh yeah, me too. I do that too, or I hear you too, or that's relatable. Or if somebody is sharing something that is really hard and you want to hold space for them, something I like to do is the chest pat, which basically means I hear you and I'm holding space for you. I would also recommend that you use the reactions, which is a button at the very bottom of your screen. You can click on reactions, and there's like the clap if you want to celebrate someone. You can also use the celebratory little symbol. You can use the heart, which is something I use very often, the thumbs up as a bravo, right? So those are ways that you can share resonance with other people. And I see the heart from Anna Maria, so she's already doing it. So also another thing is to avoid giving advice to somebody else, because we're here to validate and share the space of what is going on in our lives. It is not a place where we try to fix one another by telling them what to do or giving suggestions of what to do. So try to avoid that as much as possible. All right, can we all agree to those little housekeeping rules? Can I see your twinkle fingers if that's a yes? Okay, I see a thumbs up. I see some thumbs up. I see some fingers. Awesome. Amazing. My internet is a little bit slow, so please pardon me if there's any sort of interruptions. We're going to work with this. So let's begin with a short meditation. For this part, don't worry too much about what you look like on camera. In fact, if you want to, I encourage you to turn off your camera if you feel a little bit self-conscious, if you feel like it's going to distract you from the meditation. But otherwise, you can just leave it on. So I encourage you to sit back, take a deep breath in, and exhale. Another deep breath in, and exhale. Breathe in, I am new. Breathe out, I am free. Breathe in, I am new. Breathe out, I am open. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your lower belly, and continue breathing for yourself. Making sure with every inhale you expand the belly and the heart, and every exhale it slowly deflates. Allow your mind to take a back seat. Allow your mind to take a vacation. Allow your heart to step forward here. This is where we open the gates to her and we see what's inside. Behind these doors of your heart lies an observer. This observer sees and reflects and has reverence for all the experiences you have had in the past 2021. The observer allows space for all experiences to live out fully until they pass and they flow and the next thing comes. This observer has an open door policy. This observer knows that everything happens for a reason. And this observer is not attached to knowing why, knowing how, figuring out, trying to understand it. This observer holds gratitude and reverence, great reverence for every experience and every person and everything. I invite you in this soul circle in this next hour to share what you've been perhaps uncomfortable or scared to share. Nobody is judging you here. Nobody's grading you here. If there's any space where you're free to really be you and candid, this would be the space. Where else? Where else? What better place? You're here to be human. You're not here to be good. You're here to be free. You're not here to be good. You're here to be human. You're here to be free. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And say to yourself, I let go of being good. So now I can be free. I let go of being good. So now I can be free. I let go of being good. So now I can be free. Slowly let your hands drop. Let your heart open and slowly blink open your eyes. Beautiful. Okay, take a sip of water. We're about to dove in. Awesome stuff. Okay. Let's begin with our first journal prompt. So in your journal, I would love for you to write down the one word that you use to describe 2021 if you were to observe it from your observer lens. The person that allows everything to exist and to live. So one word to describe 2021. Under it, and I'll type this in the chat, we're going to list milestones and highlights. Milestones / highlights. And then underneath that, lessons. Then what worked and what didn't work. What didn't work can also be put as a lesson, because what didn't work is not necessarily a failure. It's a lesson. It gave you redirection. So I'm going to give us the next 7 to 8, I'm going to give us 8 minutes. One word to describe 2021, milestones and highlights, the lessons, and then what worked and what didn't work. Okay, we'll meet back here at in 8 minutes. So 8:26, 8:20, 8:27 now, 8:27. I'm going to give us about 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes, so 8:29. One more minute. Start to wrap up. All right. So finish up your very last sentence. Next, we're going to move into our intentions for 2022. So I feel like after this, you get a really good picture of what your entire 2021 has been made up of, trials and tribulations, but also moments of bliss in the despair. I know that any time that I've gone through, and I have gone through lots of bouts of depression in 2021, I actually felt like 2021 was a lot harder for me than 2020 was. There were moments of bliss that I couldn't deny, and I allowed myself to envelope them, like take them in like a long lost child that I found on the streets, in my sadness. And it's almost like if I took them in, if I took this little bubble of positivity, no matter how small it was, maybe it was the fact that a stranger opened the door for me, or I found a check that was addressed to me, but I I totally forgot about it. I held it close. I really held it close, and I really felt like snuggling next to it, and I really let myself wallow with it. And I felt like when I took the time to do that, it grew in magnitude, and it amplified. That tiny little like happiness really amplified with me. And when I'm hitting a low, that little thing is a lot bigger than, let's say, somebody who, I don't know, maybe overlooks them or is having a great day more often than I am. So I found that to be really helpful for me. So moments of bliss within the depression was my mantra during that hard time. So that was my 2021. For 2022, I would love for us to go around in a circle and share one word we'd like to embody this coming year. So for me, that would be free-spirited. And to elaborate a little bit more on that, freedom, free-spirited, I'm picturing somebody who is throwing themselves into the wind, a little bit carelessly, but a little bit without abandon as well, because she trusts and she knows that with the best intentions, everything's going to be okay. And when she, let's say, lands in the mud, she can laugh about it too. I want to take things a little less seriously, a little less personally, and a little more playfully, a little more free-spirited, a little less regimented, a little more say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. If those of you were with me on my last Soul Circle, we talked about the archetypes, a little more of the magician, I guess. A little more of the magician mixed with the lover is what I would really like to bring in to 2022. So my word is free-spirited, and she looks basically like this with her arms open. Thank you so much for the hearts, Jennifer and Kevin and Aaron. We'll go around in a circle, and if you feel comfortable, I would encourage you to share one word you'd like to embody in 2022 with the full permission that after the Soul Circle, you can change your word. And even after maybe a few months down, you can change your word again. But for right here, right now, what's that one word? And usually the first few feelings that trickle in are the right one before your mind goes in and says, but that doesn't sound, but I have other plans, but I have another agenda. The mind is on vacation right now, remember? It's the heart that's stepping up. So I'm going to start with freedom. And if you could elaborate a little bit more on your one word, we would love to hear it.
I would pick freedom as my word. So I guess that's similar to yours as well. And it's just, yeah, just no matter what I'm experiencing, I know, like, I feel that it's possible to feel free within myself, really find, like, take away my peace of mind, you could say. And so as long as I have that, I can feel free.
I love that. Thank you so much, Freedom. Tenzing.
Um, well, kind of going against your word, but I kind of want to become more organized. Just because like I feel like there's a sense of freedom within organization when you have like different time periods, and obviously most of those time periods will be centered around work, but there will be like a time period where you can rest. And I feel like you can only truly relax when you already know that that time period will eventually end, right? That rest will not be forever. So I just want to become like more organized so that I can actually relax more. Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like your word is organized. Awesome. That's great. Dan.
So my word is gonna have to be exploration or to explore. Through all the things that I've gone through this past year, I find myself seeing everything in the world through different eyes. I have a totally different mindset with everything going on. I feel like a child, kind of seeing the world for the first time, and I'm kind of just gonna go with that.
Wait, so what was your word? Explore?
To explore or exploration. Yeah.
I love that.
I honestly feel like an infant. Yeah. Yeah. Seeing the world for the first time.
I think that's a beautiful place to be. Honestly, that's a beautiful place to be. No preconceived notions, nothing you have to, no expectations. Well, less expectations. I think it's a beautiful place. All right, Kevin.
I'm going to have to use two words. I think I'm going to go with relentless equanimity. I know that sounds a little contradicting, but I'm kind of imagining like a serial killer in a movie who's just walking slowly with his axe and everybody's running away from him, and he just calmly marches forward knowing he's eventually going to get his goal. And maybe that's a bad metaphor because I'm not trying to kill anyone, but I am trying to accomplish some goals. And I want to have that calmness about me as I move forward and as I run into obstacles. And no matter how far my goals try to run from me, I feel like if I stay relentless and I just march forward, then I will get them.
I'm getting like words like tenacious, endure, stamina. Do any of those resonate?
Sorry, you cut out there. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so I'm getting vibes like tenacity, endurance, and stamina. Do any of those resonate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, resilience, relentlessness, all those words kind of fall into that.
I love it. I love it. Resilience, resilience, resilience. Okay, thank you, Kevin. Courtney, and then Courtney's mom, whose name we have yet to learn yet.
My name is Astrid. Yes, Astrid. The word that came up to me was knowledge, and just it's so important for us to continue to learn things, even sometimes things you don't want to know, or if there's something you disagree with, to kind of learn a little bit more about the other position that you disagree with, and just be a little bit more knowledge based and not so much based on how you feel, but more the facts. I think that's something I'd like.
Knowledge. Amazing. Thank you. And Courtney.
I'm thinking I'm still thinking, but I guess one word that's somewhere in my mind is like transparency, like openness, I think, because sometimes we can be like blocks up or walls up. making things difficult. And so, yeah, just trying to let myself be more open to others.
Oh, you have so many hearts for that. Thank you, Courtney. Erin.
Yeah, so I think going into this next year, the first word that came to me was confident. Like, yeah, I find it hard to, as I lose my words now. But when you were talking about yours, Linda, all I could think of was how opposite mine was, because I have been that joker, laughing in the mud, free-spirited. I think I was the magician in the last thing that we talked about. And so I want to take kind of the opposite path of that and be more confident and intentional. I think that's the other word I'd use.
What does intentionality look like to you?
Instead of being that yes man that does everything and asking myself those questions and making those decisions for myself. So
I love it.
that's what I think.
Thank you, Erin. Jennifer?
Okay, so I guess kind of two words, like open, like ready to receive, open to new thoughts, new ideas, and then free. So just to be able to live life and experience life in a free way where you're not feeling guilt or like you've made a mistake or that there's this, just not fear around any of those things.
I love that so much. Thank you. You're getting a lot of chest pats and hearts. I can so resonate with that. Anna Maria.
Okay, so for me, the word would be bliss. And despite the emotion, it still has some personal value to me because I felt it only with the most special people in my life. And I also thought about a feeling like a relief and somehow to focus on the next step, not on wanting to see everything, like the whole forest, for example, just the next step. And to find the joy in the ordinary.
Joy in the mundane.
Yeah, in the ordinary. And this also has some meaning for me, like a deeper level, because at my job we have some like a different name, and my name that I chose is Joy, and somehow I embody it.
I see joy in you. Thank you so much, Anna Maria.
Thank you. Refugee in you too.
And last but not least, Jim.
Yeah, the first word that popped into my head is action. There are a few things that I've been procrastinating on, and I just need to kind of attack them. Do it now. Have a do it now attitude. Even and especially when some of these things lead to some inevitable conflict along the way, and that's why I've been procrastinating. It's like this is okay. This is going to be a problem. And one situation involves my parents, and others involves the county, the local county, and regulations and some stuff I'm doing on property. But anyway, it has to be done. I got to power through it. So, action's my word.
Awesome. Amazing. I just put it in the chat what everybody's was. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. So the next journal prompt would be setting intentions and also your word for 2022. So the word that you chose, if you want to change it, you can change it. No one is going to know. You're going to write it down in your journal, and then we're going to journal our intentions for 2022. So the difference between how most people set up their workshops for or how you would go about your own workshop, this is how I did it before, is goals for 2022. I'm going to make this much. I'm going to do this. This is going to happen. These are the results. Yada, da, da, da. So I'm talking about like the tangible at the very end. But the tangible is not guaranteed. Your actions are much more guaranteed than the tangibles. So if your goal was, let's say, I want to be 10 pounds lighter. So instead of writing, I'm going to be 10 pounds lighter, your intention would be something like, I am going to put on my running shoes 5 days out of the week. That's an action. Can I get a thumbs up or twinkle fingers if this is making sense? Actions versus actions versus results. Okay, awesome, great. The reason why I highly suggest going about this is that even if you don't get the outcome that you have wanted, you can't deny that you have put in the effort into it. And so you can't fail yourself. If this is fail proof. If you put in the action to it, then you have achieved your intention, which is what you write out, what you wrote out, what you're going to write down in about like 2 minutes. So often we focus on the bigger picture of something, and then we grade ourselves based on, did that happen? But did that happen is partially really, well, it's really out of our control. It's really out of our control. What we can guarantee is what we do, is the one thing that we do. So Anna Maria, you were talking about the one next step, the next step every single day. And that's the only thing we can focus on. That's the only thing that is really pretty much guaranteed. So give yourself that nomination, that credit where it's due, and stop evaluating yourself based on something that you can't see and something that is not even guaranteed. Okay, I'm gonna give us about 8 minutes to write down all of our intentions for 2022. And if you have extra bonus time, make some predictions about what you think might happen, hopefully for the better, in 2022. So for example, I feel like Bitcoin is going to go up. That's just my prediction, and I have no clue what and how to start Bitcoin. So your intentions, and then if you have extra time, your predictions about the world. And we'll meet back at 8:54. 1 more minute. All right, start wrapping up. My bad. All right, start wrapping up for that. Awesome. Oh my God. Okay, we're back. We are back. So I've written down a few intentions. We've written out a few intentions. What did I have next on the agenda? I felt like it was to share some of them. Oh, okay. All right. This is called the I allow game. Is everyone here? You guys are all frozen. Maybe it's just me. Okay, I'm gonna keep going like the show is still on the road. Okay, so this one is called the allowing game. I learned this from Gina Swire on was it Instagram or YouTube? One of those things. But the allowing game is somewhat intuitive and it's creative, and it might feel really new to you if you're not used to it. But the best explanation I can give is probably a demonstration of what it looks like. The allowing game is really just to allow yourself to freely express what is present for you, what you're dreaming of, and what you are hoping for, all at the same time. So how I like to do it is I place one hand on my heart, or both hands on my heart, and then one hand on my lower belly button, and I close my eyes and take a deep breath in. This is me demonstrating the allowing game. Okay. And the sentence prompt is, I allow, and then you allow whatever thought or feeling comes forward. So if I'm doing this in real time, I allow myself to look like a fool. I allow myself to not get my message across. I allow myself to not have an agenda this year. I allow myself a cookie, but I also don't really feel like eating a cookie. I allow this. I allow the fact that I am distracted. I allow the fact that I feel like I'm not doing this allowing game very, very correctly. I allow judgment to be here. I allow my mind to take a vacation. I allow myself to be on vacation in Denmark. I allow it to be freezing cold tomorrow. I really hope it snows so much in Toronto that we can't open our doors. I allow the vaccine, and I allow no vaccines. I allow anti-vaxxers. I allow no labels. I allow a sip of water. I allow Christmas in Paris tea. That smells so good. I allow procrastination, but now that I say I allow procrastination, I kind of don't even feel like procrastinating. I allow people to laugh at me. I allow me to tell Emmett I think he's gorgeous and be totally rejected. I allow myself to dance at work while nobody is watching. No, I allow myself to dance fully while everyone is watching. I allow myself to dance right in front of the store, actually. I allow myself to draw a smiley face on my mask. I allow myself to not really know what else there is to allow right now. I allow this silence. I allow myself to spend $200 on that goddamn dance subscription site I've been having my eye on. I allow myself to buy that panda drum if I still want it after a week. I allow myself to stretch my discipline. I allow myself to go outside for a jog, but if it's too cold, I'll put on a pair of extra pants and go outside anyway. Okay, so that was my little allowing game in real time. I don't know how long I went. I'm gonna guess maybe that was like 2 or 3 minutes. But that is basically the allowing game, okay? Super fun and super awkward if you feel like you are blocking yourself. And when in doubt, allow yourself to say, I allow, and then just wait. Just wait as long as you can, as you want to, in that silence, and allow no answer to come. And allow all the answers to come. And allow yourself to say things that you don't mean and say things that you want to take back and stuff back inside your mouth because you actually didn't mean that. It's allowing everything. Okay, so you're going to take time by yourself at first to play this little allowing game with yourself for the next 5 minutes. Oh my God, it's the longest 5 minutes of your life. It's going to be so fun. I promise as the minutes tick by, you're going to get more and more into it. Okay, so I'm going to allow you until 9:05 to play the allowing game by yourself. So put yourself on mute. You can take yourself off of the video if you want, but it's totally up to you. No one's looking at you. So I allow you to play the allowing game starting in 3, 2, 1. I allow you to start wrapping up. I also allow you to totally rebel if you want. Okay, I'm seeing shoulder shrugs back. I'm seeing some smiles. This is great. All right, feel free to unmute yourselves. How was that experience? You've probably never done that before, and if you have, good job.
It was kind of challenging. I haven't done that before.
Yeah, what was challenging about it?
And I did it with the assumption that everybody could hear me, even though I knew I was muted.
That was so freeing somehow and fun and exciting. And it felt like I have no limits or rules and like I don't have to respect some expectations. And like I can do anything and mess up as much as I want and I'll still be okay, you know? And it will still be fine. And nothing bad happens and the world doesn't end. And sometimes it's actually good, you know? Because we put so much pressure not to fail when failure is actually needed and good sometimes. And it's the only way to success sometimes.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I'll speak to a little bit about what you just spoke about, Anna Maria. Anyone else want to share how that went for them?
The just the randomness and bouncing from one thought to the next, just I don't know, it felt really natural, and I think that's how my brain works all the time anyways.
Yeah.
I honestly think that Anna Maria kind of hit it right on the head. Yeah, I allow myself whatever is necessary, including any failure that comes along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Read them.
Yeah, I'll agree that it was freeing, and that's why.
Yeah, keep going, Erin.
Yeah, that's why I came back. That's why I came back smiling, because when you said feel free to rebel, I was like, maybe.
Read them. Did you have something to say?
Yeah, it was an interesting experience. Like I noticed like polar opposites coming up. Like yeah, it seems like I noticed like polarities that I'm holding in mind and that's creating tension, such as um wanting to relax and no, I mean allowing relaxation and then allowing tension. I sometimes did both polarities like after the other, and it was really good. And then towards the end, like right towards the end, right before you said it was the end of the session, I actually said allow myself to be silent, and then I stopped doing the allowing sentences. And right then you said, "Oh, it's the end." That was like,
That's perfect. That's perfect. How synchronistic. Anyone else want to share how it went for them?
I ran out of steam a little bit, I think, at minute 4, but I allowed myself to just breathe and be silent, and it felt good to kind of transition to meditation.
I like it. Yeah, allow things to come to you. That's what I do also when I feel like I don't know what else to do. So in a way, this was a little improvisation game. I love improv because it really puts you on the spot. And the reason why I love this game is that it helps me recenter around any time throughout the day I feel like I'm mustering through something, or I'm hustling through something, or I'm really confused. I play this little game to make things a little like there's distension a word, but like to diffuse the tension and to add a little bit more ease into the resistance that I'm having. Also, as Anna Maria said, it helps you create numerous possibilities in your mind. Like it helps cultivate so many possibilities, and the goal is to really stretch your daring to dream muscle, because every day we're inundated with quote unquote what's realistic, and often that is putting yourself in a box, often that is dreaming small, often that is don't reach so high, often that is I don't know, it's like The word realistic for me holds a lot of baggage, maybe probably because of past conditioning, and I allow that. But I allow also the allowing game to be completely unrealistic and to be completely uh like making demands that are just ridiculous. And when do I ever get to do that? When do you ever get to make unrealistic demands? Like just completely outrageous, preposterous, out of the blue, magical, such a stretch. When do you ever get to do that? So that's why I like playing the allowing game, because it gets you to dream big. The point isn't to have the thing, but it gets you to dream big. It's to flex your daring to dream big muscle. So originally, I was going to put you in breakout rooms, but I cannot find the button to do that. So maybe next time we'll do breakout rooms, but I would love to play the allowing game. Sorry, I would like to play the It's Totally Possible game. Aaron, you know this game. We played it once. The It's Totally Possible game is a branch off of the allowing game in that we're making outrageous demands. We're saying things that just coming to mind. And it looks something like, I'll give a demonstration. It's totally possible that, and that's a sentence. It's totally possible that. So it's totally possible that my roommate just came downstairs and is going to make a ruckus doing the laundry. It's totally possible that I will wake up in the middle of the night with a beep from the laundry machine. It's totally possible that that will spill over into my dream and I'll have a really nice dream as well. It's totally possible that I meet Oprah one day. It's totally possible that Oprah will see me as a magnificent speaker and life coach and she'll invite me on her show. It's totally possible I am the next Oprah. Screw Oprah. It's totally possible I am the next big thing. It's totally possible that I'm going to go on a beautiful hike tomorrow with my friend who canceled on me and actually said, actually, my other plans fell through, so we're going to go on a hike. It's totally possible, and you just keep going. It's totally possible that. And don't discredit any thought. The point, the sentence is, it's totally possible that. So I would love if one or two of you are brave enough to step up to play the It's Totally Possible game. And after you go on a rift for 2 minutes, I'm going to take what you say and ramp it up to the next level. And you'll see how it goes after the first, the first victim, after the first round. The whole point is to get you to dare to dream bigger. So I really want you to take a look at what you have intended for 2022 and take that into the It's Totally Possible game. So the It's Allowing game, the I Allow game was a warm-up to this one. All right. So who wants to go first? Don't be shy. This is a place to be human. This is a place to screw up. This is a place to not get it right. Don't jump in all at once.
Can I do it?
Of course. Okay, 2 minutes. Are you ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's not okay. It's totally possible that I'm not ready, but okay. And it's totally possible that on Monday at work I will not know exactly what to do, and it's totally possible that clients will get mad at me, and it's totally possible that I will get mad at them, and it's totally possible that wait, I will sleep in tomorrow, and it's totally possible that I won't get groceries, and it's totally possible that I will have nightmares tonight probably, but it's totally possible that I won't even remember it or whatever I dream. And it's totally possible that I will feel guilty about not waking up early, but it's totally possible that I won't because I'll go to sleep late anyway because it's almost morning. And it's totally possible that I won't know when to stop, but it's totally possible that you'll stop me. And it's totally possible that my roommates, well, flatmates, will get back home these days. And it's totally possible that I will not feel great about it because it's totally possible that I won't feel comfortable singing anymore because I won't be home alone. And it's totally possible that um,
What about your art? Tell us about your art. What's totally possible?
okay, I was actually thinking about this. It's totally possible that I will make drawings that I'm not proud of, and it's totally possible that I still post them. And it's totally possible that I will still surprise my friends with some drawings, and it's totally possible that I will start a podcast, and it's totally possible that I will steal some ideas from the Soul Circle to talk about there, and it's totally possible that no one will listen to it. But it's totally possible that I wouldn't care sometimes about it because it's totally possible that I'll be proud of myself. Um, and it's totally possible that
Stop you. I'm gonna stop you. So here's what I heard. I'm gonna take what you say and I'm gonna ramp it up. This is what we were supposed to do in breakout rooms, but let's pretend you and I are in a breakout room and we have an audience. So thank you so much for being so brave. Can we give her a round of applause? Yeah, you're amazing. What a star. So it's totally possible that you start your own podcast, and it's totally possible that people who speak English start loving your podcast, and people who speak Romanian, I don't know if there's a language, start loving your podcast as well. And it's totally possible that people want to sponsor your podcast. So then you start earning food, you start earning money. It's totally possible you start making a living out of this podcast. It's totally possible that you increase your English with this podcast. It's so possible that somebody from United States in Florida, which I know you love, heard you and says, I want to fly this girl out to Florida. I got a place for her. She can live there and I'm going to sponsor her. It's totally possible for you to become famous that way. It's totally possible for your art to actually go viral as well. It's totally possible for me to commission for you to, I don't know, paint a photo of me. It's totally possible that you meet your husband somehow through your art. It's totally possible that instead of the Titanic, you are Jack and he is your muse and you're painting him. It's totally possible you meet on a ship. It's totally possible that you're on a ship and this is like some luxury 5-star hotel ship for like rich people, and you're the artist there who was commissioned to be there as an experience for painting people who want to get painted on there. It's totally possible that people just whip out their credit card and go beep. They're not even looking at how much it costs. It goes, yes, I like that, I like that, I like her. It's totally possible for you to be on Oprah. It's totally possible that you paint Oprah and then Oprah buys that and that's how she discovered you. It's totally possible that I can't think of anything else. It's totally possible that you and I meet in person. Can we clap it out for me? So that's how you play the It's Totally Possible game.
thank you.
Okay? I think we have time for one more round. So someone will go for 2 minutes and then I'll pick somebody else who wants to amplify their It's Totally Possible. Don't jump in all at once. Come on, it's New Year's. You want to be confident. Who said they wanted to be confident? I'm looking at you. Come on.
Are you calling me out?
Yes, I am. Who's going to ramp up Aaron?
Or are we picking that?
Yeah, we are. Aaron, you pick someone.
Jennifer.
All right. Jennifer, is that okay?
All right.
Yes.
So it's totally possible.
Yes. So you're going to go for 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1. It's totally possible that.
It's totally possible that I can do this. It's totally possible that yeah, it's totally possible that I think of things to say. It's totally possible that this is the year I get my art going. It's totally possible that it's not. It is totally possible that I jumped the gun on announcing my launch of Letter Monster art this year, but it's totally possible that I could pull it off. It's totally possible that I continue doing my morning workouts. It's totally possible that I establish a better morning routine. It's totally possible that I sleep in and don't always do that. It's totally possible that I get better at it's totally possible that it's coming up harder to think of things. Oh, it's totally possible that my plants live another year. Is it totally possible that my time's almost up?
It's totally possible that your time is up. Awesome. Round of applause for Erin. Yay. Dan says, can we see your art sometime, Erin? Yes. Erin, you're going to pull out your art. And Jennifer, you're going to amplify what she said, what you heard. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do that. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. It is totally possible that we will see your art. And it is totally possible that you will feel inspired this year to create more because you're going to get more sleep. And it's totally possible you're going to wake up really early and feel so inspired. And you're going to create more art. It's totally possible that you could feel so inspired that you would launch on time, or totally possible you would launch early. It's totally possible that you would create more than just the minimum for a portfolio or something that you wanted to have on hand ready. It's totally possible that your plants will live for more than a year. It's totally possible. That I can think of more things to say too. And it's totally possible that you spoke for 2 whole minutes. And it's totally possible that you guys are okay with a minute of silence. I'm running out of ideas. It's totally possible that you don't do more artwork. And it's totally possible that somehow this is still the best year. It's totally possible that nothing turns out the way you thought it was going to. And it's totally possible that you don't reach any of the goals that you set. And it's totally possible that you're okay with that. And totally possible that you're in a better place because of it.
Awesome. I think that's time. Round of applause for Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. That was amazing. Nice. I love it. Erin's been working on this piece for so long. It's supposed to, I guess noise is like her version of saying nice is what it is. So you're so punny, Erin. I love it. I love it. So that was the It's Totally Possible game. We didn't have time for everyone to go, but I really encourage you to partner up with someone here, like you can just message them, hey, after this, can we just play like 2 minutes? 2 minutes of the It's Totally Possible game. I promise you, in 2 minutes, you'll feel lighter. You'll feel lighter. And that's the whole point. The whole point is to feel lighter, feel like you've stretched your daring to dream muscle for 2022. Okay? Really take a look at what your intentions are and play the It's Totally Possible game. I love playing this. Please do it with someone. Please do it with someone. Please do it with someone. All right? I'm going to close this out because we are already over time. And I just want to say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Diwali, whatever it is you celebrate. Happy birthday if it's your birthday, someone's birthday out there. And thank you so much for joining Soul Circle. The next Soul Circle, again, is the first. Soul Circle is always the first Saturday of every single month at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I invite you to come join the February one, which is February the 5th, Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. And if you would like to bring a friend, feel free to tell them about Soul Circle. I think it's a wonderful way for them to feel and upgrade themselves, feel better and upgrade themselves. And also you get a better friend, I guess. You get an upgraded friend. I want to round this out with a thank you for everyone. And if anyone has anything to say before we close this off, feel free to popcorn that in. Basically just unmute yourselves and say whatever.
Thank you.
This was fun.
We
I did it in
love
my head.
you.
I did it. It's totally possible in my head. It was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for being here. Thank you for coming. All right. No last words?
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
All right. Take a deep breath in.
See you next time, guys.
See you and exhale. Namaste. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. Take good care.